So I wanted to do a quick review here of the brand new for 2022 Nakamichi 9.2.4 Shockwafe eARC edition. Before I get into my review, just a little bit of frame of reference. So I originally owned a Nakamichi 7.1.2 Shockwafe SSE edition. Loved it. Have always had nice televisions, but never really a nice home audio system. And I just didn't have the room because I had little kids for an AVR system and I didn't really trust them to not put their fingers through an expensive speaker. So I wanted something that was compact, relatively no nonsense to set up, but also sounded great. And I stumbled upon the Nakamichi Shockwafe, actually on eBay a couple years ago. Bought it. Sounded amazing. Single sub, 2 satellite speakers, was able to process Dolby Atmos and DTSS-X. Even though it didn't have height speakers through the SSE software, I mean, the room was filled, the bass was great, and just a really, really awesome home theater experience. Music didn't sound amazing, so that was a little bit of a disappointment in the older system. But for the 2022 system, actually have made quite a bit of improvement in the music department. And I actually have today the Nakamichi 9.2.4 Shockwafe eARC. So this bad boy comes with 2 wireless subs, and these things hammer. And then 4 satellite speakers. I have these set up in dipole. Just because the floor plan in my living room where I have this is totally open. So this is not the ideal setup for something like this. Here's the other 2 speakers. But even with it like this, this thing sounds amazing. Now, I'll also tell you, I have since replaced in my home theater room the Nakamichi 7.1.2 with a full-on 5.2.2 Dolby Atmos home theater setup. So I've got 2 12-inch subs, 2 bookshelf left and right. So there's my center channel. I've got 2 front heights mounted on the ceiling, and then my surrounds are mounted on the ceiling. So from a frame of reference standpoint, you know, I know what a good home theater system should sound like. Now, the Shockwafe Soundbar, you don't have the sound stage separation. You can't get the same height effects, but I'll tell you, this is probably as close as you're ever going to get from this type of a package with the soundbar. Very convincing height effects, room filling sound. I mean, this thing just sounds awesome. I'm gonna play a demo here. I know that the sound's probably not gonna translate real good through a cell phone camera. But man, this thing freaking hammers. So this is my NVIDIA Shield. It's connected straight to the Shockwave, which is connected to the ARC port on my Sony Z9D television.
The universe lies within your grasp.
So this will process 4K HDR Dolby Vision, HDR10. I know there's no way that you can hear this, but my entire room will fill with sound, and these subs will absolutely shake this entire room. So if you're looking for a very, very, very good home theater experience, but you don't want to do a full AVR system, I would definitely recommend Nakamichi. The soundbar sounds terrific. The subs hammer. The surround sound is amazing. I love it. It sounds great.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett, and in this video I'm be giving you a quick review on Nakamichi's new Ultra 9.2 eARC sound system. This thing comes with the 45-inch soundbar, 2 subwoofers, and 4 surround speakers. Prior to upgrading, I actually had Vizio's 5.1 SmartCast sound system, which you've probably seen or heard of if you've ever been in the market for a new system. I'm going to be giving you my honest impressions, and I hope this video helps you out. So just want to give you guys a quick overview of my setup here. I got the soundbar hooked up to the eARC port of my 55-inch LG CX TV, and I use this to stream shows and movies on pretty much all the most popular streaming sites here. And then I also got my Xbox Series X and my PlayStation 5 hooked up to the other 2 ports of the TV, but all the sound feeds directly into the Nakamichi system. And then over here, I got one of the the subwoofers and 2 surround speakers. I have the dipole set up. My living room is kind of small, and I only had one stand to use, so I'm really happy to see that Nakamichi allows you to have a setup like this. And on the other side of my main couch, I got the other subwoofer and the other pair of surround speakers. Now, this isn't the most ideal setup. If you have the space for it, Nakamichi recommends to spread out the surround speakers a bit more. Fortunately, my living room is kind of small, but was able to make this work, and the sound is still very nice. All right, so let's talk about the sound. The sound is amazing. I mean, I think Nakamichi did an incredible job with this new system. I mean, everything from the bass just packs such a huge punch. The sound that you get from the soundbar, the surround speakers is so crisp and clean. I mean, it's just such a huge upgrade from what I used to have, and it's really changed the way I experience video games and movies in general. Just to give you an example, I'm somebody who plays a lot of first-person competitive shooters. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty. Lately, I've been playing a lot of Halo Infinite. And you guys know, when you're playing those kind of games, sound is just so important to be able to perform well. And I actually have the SteelSeries 7X headset, which, if you're a gamer, that headset is one of the best in the market today. And ever since I got this new system, I mean, I really just preferred to actually play games without the headset. I mean, everything just sounds so much more immersive with this system. It's just really hard for me to go back to playing with the headsets. I mean, I'm only using it nowadays if I'm talking to other people, but outside of that, I mean, I really prefer just going with the Nakamichi system. Even movies and TV shows, I mean, whatever it is I'm watching, I mean, it's incredible just how much sound is actually able to come out from these things that, I just can't say enough good things about it. I mean, it's truly amazing.
So to conclude this video, I highly recommend upgrading to this new system from Nakamichi. I mean, for me personally, it's just such a huge step up from the old Vizio system I had. So if you're on the fence about it, go for it. I promise you won't regret it.
Hello, I want to review these Soundbars for TV. This is a really good product. It has a great palette. I love it because it's louder and it's a really good experience for watching TV, watching movies, the news, or to listen to music. It has a multiple connection modes, optical, auxiliary, and Bluetooth. So this is the remote control to use with this. And comes with two pieces, this, and you can put this part on the wall to save space if you want. So this light here change the color, and I'm going to turn on this to show you, but it's a really good sound. The volume is pretty loud and it's really good experience. I love it. This other thing is this is perfect for all size TV. You can use this to bring a new life for old TV, for example. It's a really good idea. I love it. I'm going to turn on this and show you. As you can see, this is very powerful. I love it. It's a really great idea to watch movies, for example.
DTS Virtual X for Soundbar. DTS Virtual X adds height and surround audio to your entertainment, delivering sound all around you. DTS Virtual X works with multiple soundbar configurations, delivering enhanced immersion, richer bass, and clearer dialogue. You can fill the room with amazing sound with DTS Virtual X.
This is Sony's new 8K receiver, the STR-AN1000, which I'll refer to as the AN1000 just to make my life just a little bit easier for the duration of this video anyway. And there are a ton of things I want to talk about because there are a lot of amazing features, including one that I'm really excited about that I cannot wait to share with you, so you're going to have to stick around and find out what it is. So let's get into it. First things first, the AN1000 supports a 7.2 or a 5.2.2 channel configuration based on what you are looking to do with it. It also has 6 HDMI inputs as well as 2 HDMI outputs. Now, 2 of those inputs and both of those outputs are supporting 8K, 4K 120, VRR, and ALLM. So for you next-gen gamers out there, this is going to support all those features that you need to get the most out of your next-gen gaming console. Even if you're not a gamer, of course you do get support for premium video formats such as Dolby Vision HLG or Hybrid Log Gamma, HDR10, and IMAX Enhanced. And you cannot forget about the importance of great sound quality along with your amazing picture, and this does of course support 3D audio formats such as Dolby Atmos and DTS:X. It also supports Sony's 360 spatial sound mapping. This state-of-the-art sound mapping technology makes sure that no matter where you're seated in the room, you're going to get an impressive surround sound experience. Now, we've talked so much about things that you can connect, and a lot of it is wireless, and that brings me to my most favorite feature of the AN1000, and that is support for wireless rears and wireless subwoofers. So Sony has a couple of different wireless rears that are currently used with some of our soundbars, and that's the RS3s and the RS5s. You could choose one of those, throw them in the back, use them wirelessly to the AN1000 for that awesome surround sound experience without running the wires. Or you could do both, actually. You could do 2 SW3s or 2 SW5 subwoofers, again, wirelessly, to give you a whole bunch of flexibility and convenience, and I absolutely am going to take advantage of that feature. Now, this is already a ton of amazing features, but there is still more to come, and these two are revolving around the dialogue experience when you have everything set up. And one of it is going to be center speaker lift up. So as we know, the dialogue comes from the center speaker. The downside is that is usually below your TV, so the receiver will actually process the audio slightly differently in order to actually make it sound like the audio is coming from a higher position, more like it's coming from the screen itself. And speaking of coming from the screen itself, the AN1000 also supports acoustic center sync. If you have a compatible Bravia TV, the AN1000 can use the TV speakers and your center channel speaker in a unified way. This technology allows you to have a very unique experience. Couple this with the ability to use wireless rear speakers and wireless subs from Sony. That is a unique and very diverse, flexible option to get the best audio experience possible for your space. Some people can be intimidated by setting up an AVR receiver because it can be challenging, but Sony makes it really simple with a graphical user interface, or a GUI for you fun acronym people, which makes it really simple to follow the on-screen guide to make sure that you're plugging your speakers into the correct outputs on the AVR receiver. Plus, once you have your speakers set up, you can simply run the Digital Cinema Auto Calibration IX, say that 5 times fast, and it'll actually set up the best settings for your speakers for your room. It also has Wi-Fi support, so if you want to take advantage of Chromecast built-in, or even works with Google Assistant, Apple AirPlay, and Spotify Connect. If you have a Roon system, it's also Roon ready, so it makes it really easy to integrate into your current Roon database. You can also use Sony's Music Center app to control a lot of the functions of the AN1000 as well, including changing the volume, changing your inputs, your zone control, access different media playback, and a whole bunch of other features. It makes it really, really easy right from your mobile device. If you have a Sonos system in your house, you can also add in the AN1000. All you would need then is a Sonos port device to be connected, power on your AN1000, select the input that the port device is connected to. Then you can take control using the Sonos app, making it a nice addition to your Sonos family. Even when it comes to connectivity, the AN1000 has a ton of features there as well, including Bluetooth in, so you can send your audio to the receiver to be played through your speakers, but it also has Bluetooth out, so it can transmit to a pair of wireless Bluetooth headphones, so if you wanted to get a more personalized experience for the evening, you absolutely can do that as well. And of course, Sony did not stop at just integrating a whole bunch of awesome features, because that is all going to be powered by amazing high-quality components and electronics that make all of the magic happen to give you this amazing experience. this is where we're gonna get a little bit techie, but stick with me because we got some more information just after this little bit here. Now there's a brand new 32-bit DAC, as well as a new sub-chassis to increase rigidity, as well as new block capacitors to improve the power supply. It even gets a new large capacity power transformer to allow for better sound quality, and developed integrated circuit exclusive to Sony, which improves all of the amplification functions of the AN1000. With support of the latest and greatest audio and video formats, simple usability, as well as best-in-class connectivity, the SDR AN1000 is a jack of all trades and a beast of a receiver. And whether you're a movie fan, a music fan, or a video gamer, this will keep you entertained as well as your whole family and immersed in your content like never before. I've been Derek Bissoni. Thanks for watching.
This is the HTS56 5.1 channel home theater system. This is the new upgraded version of our super well-reviewed home theater system that now features an optical input for easier integration into your setup. Let's go check out a demo we have set up. Alright guys, we got the HTS56 set up all around the room. I got my rear speakers on the back, left and right. I got my front speakers left and right. And then I got my center speaker and my subwoofer. Now I want to walk through some things on the HTS56 really quickly with you. So included is a remote, and this allows you to control everything from selecting different inputs like USB, SD card, Bluetooth, and optical. So optical is one of the new features that we added on this upgraded version of the HTS56. And optical allows you to plug directly out of a standard TV right into the unit, and then you can get sound from whatever's playing through the TV into this unit. Now what's really cool is if you have a smart TV like we have here, you could go to YouTube and pull up the karaoke version of a song and turn the HTS56 into a full-fledged karaoke system with the 2 mic inputs on the bottom. So I have a mic here with a 1/4-inch cable. If I plug it in, turn it on, you can actually hear me come through. And the HTS56 also offers echo on the mic, so you could get a really nice karaoke effect. So I could play this music and sing through it and also hear everything coming through the HTS56 for a nice karaoke setup in 5.1 sound. What's also really cool is I have full control over the individual volumes of all of the speakers right from the remote. So I could raise my subwoofer, I could raise the front speaker, the left speaker, the right speaker, the center speaker, really get a preference around the tuning of your room. You can control the volume from the remote, or you can control it from this jog wheel right on the front over here. And there's also a button on the unit and the remote control itself to change it from 2.1 to 5.1. Now in 2.1, just the left and right speaker are going to play with the subwoofer, and in 5.1, you're going to hear music coming through all of the speakers. And finally, there's an LED button on the remote to control the LED of the subwoofer. So we have blue right now. I could change it to different colors. I could change it to a flashing mode, and on its normal mode, it will actually beat sync to the music, which I'll show you right now. So let's listen to a song. I have my phone connected through Bluetooth. Let's just listen to what this sounds like and actually go up and down on volume. Here we go. It's really loud. I can go up even more. Subwoofer in here. With a port on the side. I can go up on the subwoofer. See the LEDs dancing? For a home theater setup, the HTS56 is a complete 5.1 channel home theater system that offers multiple different ways of integrating into your setup. There are USB and SD card inputs, Bluetooth, RCA inputs, and an optical input to plug directly into your TV. There are 5.1 RCA inputs to plug directly into a Blu-ray DVD player that offers that kind of output. For all of these inputs, there is a button to select 5.1 or 2.1 on the front. In 2.1 mode, music or sound will only play through the front left and right speaker as well as the sub. and in 5.1 mode, sound will play through all 6 speakers. You can also control the volume and speaker levels with the jog wheel on the front of the unit or with the included remote that gives you even more flexibility to control everything, like input selection, individual volumes for the front, rear, and center speaker, and even the LED mode of the subwoofer. You can also set the level of the 8-inch ported subwoofer to find the best balance for the speakers for the room you're in. The remote also allows you to flip through different preset EQs to find the best one, whether you're listening to music, watching a movie, or playing video games. Each speaker comes with 2 mounting brackets and screws so that you can mount the speakers vertically or horizontally. Each satellite speaker also features plenty of wires so that you can run the slack through your walls and hide the wire for a clean, sleek installation. And hooking up the speakers is super easy to do. Each speaker has 2 cable ends, one is black and one is green. The black end is for audio and the green end is for LED power. So you plug each end into the corresponding part on the main subwoofer unit. For example, if I was using the center speaker, I would plug this end into the center audio spot and this end into the LED part over here. On top of being an insanely loud 250 watts AB amplified system, the HTS56 is unique because it also has 2 1/4-inch microphone inputs that have an echo function that's controlled from the remote. This means that you can use a smartphone or tablet through Bluetooth or a smart TV through RCA or optical to pull up the karaoke version of a song on YouTube and have a full 5.1 channel karaoke system. The HTS56 is going to be perfect in living rooms, for home theater setups, and even for immersive video gaming experiences, or just for casual music listening or karaoke parties. So if you're looking for a 5.1 channel home theater system, look no further than the HTS56 from Rockville. What's up guys, Mike from Rockville, and today we're going to be talking about how to set up your home theater system with your TV through the optical input and what to do if you don't hear any sound coming through it. Let's get to it. Now in this specific case, we are using the HTS56 5.1 home theater system, but everything we're going to talk about in this video is going to apply to other home theater systems or any of our other products that have optical inputs. Now on top of having a home theater system that features an optical input, you're also going to need an optical cable for this setup, so make sure you have one available. Now when setting up a home theater system with your TV, it is important to know a little bit about your TV. A general rule of thumb is that if your TV is 2007 and older and it has an optical port, that optical port cannot be used for audio output. But if your TV is 2008 or newer and it has an optical port, in most cases you can use this optical port for audio output. You just have to check the specs on your TV and make sure that the optical jack can be used for audio output. Now the actual optical connection in a TV setup is very easy to do. You're going to take your optical cable, and on the optical output on a TV, you're going to take this end and plug it right into the TV. You're going to know that your optical cable is working because the other end will illuminate, letting you know that you're getting signal from the TV. And then with the other end of the optical cable, you're going to plug that right into your HTS56 or other home theater system right where it says optical audio input. Now a quick side note is that some TVs have optical as a form of inputting signal into your TV. That's not what we want to use here because we're actually trying to send the audio signal from the TV to our home theater system. So you want to make sure on your TV that you're actually plugging the optical cable where it says audio out or audio output. Now once you have the optical cable connected from the TV into your HTS56 or home theater system, the next step is to put your home theater system or HTS56 into the optical mode, which you can do either with the included remote by pressing the input button until it says OPT, or on the HTS56 specifically, you can press the center jog wheel, which will change the mode until you find optical. Now let's talk about your TV settings. Most TVs require you to go into the menu of the TV and change the audio settings so that you're actually outputting audio through the audio and optical out. In most cases, you do this by going into the audio settings or sound settings of your TV and make sure to change it from TV speakers to audio out. This is basically telling the TV to send all of the sound to the home theater system instead of playing it through the TV speakers. Now this is an important step because if you skip the step and you have your home theater hooked up properly to your TV with the right cables, but you don't go in and change that setting, you're not going to hear any sound coming through your home theater system. Another setting that you're going to have to change in your TV sound setting is what mode your TV is actually audio outputting, either PCM or bitstream. Now that might sound a little confusing, like what's the difference between PCM and bitstream? Well, PCM allows your TV to send a stereo signal to your home theater system, while bitstream allows your TV to send other formats like get Dolby and surround sound formats to your home theater system in 5.1. This is super important because if you have PCM or bitstream not selected and you have PCM off, you're not going to hear any sound coming through your home theater system like the HTS56 until you select one. And now with everyone watching content on different apps like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, a lot of things are going to be mixed in stereo, which means you want to be on that PTM mode, but certain shows are actually going to be mixed in 5.1, which means you're going to want to select a bitstream mode like Dolby Atmos or some other form of surround sound to make sure you're hearing sound through your home theater system. So depending on what app you're watching on and how it's mixed, you might have to select between PCM and bitstream. So hopefully you found this video helpful on how to connect a home theater system like the HTS56 to your TV through optical. But again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our customer support tech team through phone or email. As always, guys, I'm Mike from Rockville. I'll see you next time.
Upgrade your home entertainment with Sony's STR-DH590 5.2 channel AV receiver. Enjoy surround sound, 4K HDR video, and Bluetooth wireless technology for easy connection. Enhance your movie experience with stunning 4K HDR picture quality. It combines the clarity of 4K resolution with the true-to-life color and brightness of high dynamic range. This receiver supports the latest HDR standards such as HDR10, Hybrid Log Gamma, and Dolby Vision, which travel through your home entertainment system with no loss of quality. Speaker setup is versatile and flexible with this receiver. S-Force Pro front surround technology allows you to enjoy a virtual surround sound experience using only 2 speakers. It's ideal for smaller rooms. Or immerse yourself in movie action with a 5.1 channel surround speaker setup that really brings the cinema home. With digital cinema auto calibration, sound is automatically optimized based on where you sit in relation to your speakers to help give you the best from your home theater system. Connect all of your home audio equipment, such as your 4K TV, Ultra HD Blu-ray player, and your game console. It's quick and easy with 4 HDMI inputs and 1 output. You can also enjoy instant wireless connection via Bluetooth wireless technology. In Bluetooth standby mode, you can turn the receiver on directly from your paired mobile device. Make this versatile receiver part of your home entertainment system. With impressive sound and amazing picture quality, you get the most from your entertainment.
Mm-hmm.